Hey guys, what's up? It's Tanya Rose here and it's COVID Bootcamp. Today I am talking about goal setting. So this is a new one for me. I've never really set goals. Okay, I have set goals, but my goals have been, I wish to be a millionaire when I'm 30. I wish, or I hope to, it's a wish list rather than a goals list. A goals list is something where you can see what it is, what steps you need to get there, and you can really break it down. That's why they say goals are SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, reachable, and timed, or have a time to them. And I've always been like, yeah, my goals are SMART. I'm clever. I'm clever. I'm gonna have a private jet, blah 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 blah. Nope, I'm 30 and I ain't got no private jet, or do I? Yeah. So anyway, when you're setting your goals, it's important that you're in the right mindset. So it's important that you're in a place where you're comfortable, as comfortable as possible. But I went to a restaurant. I ordered myself a glass of vino. I listened to some music that really chilled me out, first of all, and then I was in good vibes. And then I listened to something that set my mind. So I've got a mindset playlist, which is, some artists who are probably shouting and say, come on, Daniel, you can do it. I can link it in the notes if you want, or let me know. I can send you what I listen to. And then I was ready. Now, once you've set the mood, whatever you need to have your mood set. Maybe it's in your room. Maybe you light incense. It's incense, not incest, right? Incense. Once you maybe you light incense, whatever it is you do, just set your mood. Be comfortable, because this is fun. Goal setting is fun. If you don't set goals that are fun, that make you happy, that reach you, I don't know what that accent was, but if you don't set goals that make you happy, that fill you with joy, you're not going to enjoy the process of getting to them, or you'll get to them and you'll be like, thank you, next, okay, bye. You don't want that. So you set the mood, you're comfortable, right? Now visualize your ideal lifestyle. Sit down and be like, okay, so for me, I look at it like, okay, I'm waking up in a warm country. I go for a run. Well, before the run, I meditate, I pray, spend some time alone, getting in touch with, grounding myself, getting in touch with who I am, planning my day, setting my intention, just being at one with God and being happy. Then I go for a run. Then I come back and there's food. If it's a weekend, I'm cooking it for myself. If it's a weekday, someone's cooking it for me. I eat my food with my family, my partner, my children, maybe my mother, my brother, my sister. But, there's that community feel around it. And then I start my day. That's part of my day. So I'm talking you through the process I went through when it was setting my spiritual health and spiritual goals. Okay, so that's what I visualized, right? So then you write it down. You really break it down. Be as detailed as possible. You could even say, I'm wearing a yellow, whatever brand gym kit, whatever it is you want to do, but make sure it's as detailed as possible. And then next, once you've done that, what do you need to do, or who do you need to become in order to live this lifestyle? So for me, in order for me to be someone who wakes up in a hot country, I either need to get a job in a hot country or I need to be remote. So that's one of my goals. But I have the spiritual aspect, where I say I want to meditate and spend time with God. So when you look at that goal where I want to wake up and meditate and be spiritual and spend time with God, I then need to break it down. Okay, I do go to church, not as often as I should, but I do. And I listen to praise and worship. But an important thing about goals, set them so that they're attainable, so that it's daily habits, it's slow little steps. You set low barriers to entry so that it's not difficult for you. It's not a challenge. It's not annoying for you to think about doing it. The low barrier to entry for me means I said, my Q1 goal, I set them quarterly. So low barriers to entry every quarter. So for Q1, I just want to have weekly time with God and 15 minutes of meditation every day, right? Like I listen to praise and worship and I pray every day. But when I say weekly time with God, I mean once a week, me and God having a conversation, having a little bit of a prayer, praise and worship, at least once a week, which is small, which is fine. It's not a lot of time, one. And then Q2 was 15 minutes of meditation per day. And then Q3 is find a monthly meetup. So the point is, I've got my weekly time with God, which then becomes natural and easy. I'm growing. And then I add on top of that 15 minutes of meditation per day, which is now actually 45 minutes already. Whoop, whoop. Well, 45 minutes in the morning where I'm alone with my thoughts, I'm praying, and then I'm meditating, and then 45 minutes in the evening. So it's over an hour and a half. So I'm already exceeding Q2. See, it makes it so easy. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get to Q4 goal before I even get to Q4. So it's really motivating to have low barriers to entrance. I haven't actually thought about how I wanted to look in Q4. So I need to reset those goals. But hopefully that gives you an example of the process that I take, or that I'm suggesting you take, in terms of having those goals small, in terms of having them low barriers to entry and building on it slowly, so that in however many years, once I've reached those other goals of waking up in a hot country, I'm already that person. I'm already so ingrained that waking up, meditating, going for a run is part of my daily goals, my daily things that I do. So I've put in my goals as well that by the end of Q2, I'll be able to run for half an hour. So hopefully, I go for exercise half an hour sometimes, maybe 3 times a week, but I don't run the whole time. So I'm working on it, working on it. And then another tip I wanted to share with you is to break down your goals. So break them down into career. Well, mine are broken down into career, finance. Some people put career and finance in one, but mine are very separate, because there is my career and then there is my finance. My career will contribute to my finance, but my finance goals are higher than what my career is currently giving me. So I need to think of other ways of reaching those financial goals. So we've got career, we've got finance, we've got love and relationships, we've got love or relationships if you want to separate them. I put them together, but love, maybe you mean finding a partner. Relationships could be your relationships with your family. And then we've got health and fitness, which I think is one, and mindset and spiritual, which can be two. Mindset being the yoga side of things, the meditation side of things, and then spiritual for me being the Christian side of things. And then I wrote a few notes here that I'm just going to talk through, make sure I don't forget. So goals are lifestyle. When you're setting your goals, consider your current lifestyle, because goals are a lifestyle change. I can't say I want to meditate for 45 minutes a day, but I don't want to change what time I leave the day, or what time I leave for the day, or what time I wake up in the morning. So if I want to meditate for 45 minutes, I'm either going to need to wake up earlier or leave later, or reduce social time in the evening. If you have to be willing to adapt. So there's give and take. You have to make time for those new habits that you're having. So one thing I could say to you is, it's really important to talk to the people around you. Communication. Honestly, that's the one thing I learned from 2019. Communication changes so much, including in goals. When you're setting your goals, when you're changing, stepping into a different person, stepping into who you are, or stepping into your dreams, you need to communicate to the people around you to be like, okay, some things are going to change about me, which I did to my friends. Some things are going to change about me. It's very important for me to have my Sundays, to plan my week, to get ready for the week, to set up for the week. Mondays and Tuesdays, I don't like to socialize because it's the beginning of the week and my mindset is different. Thursdays and Fridays I can socialize. Wednesdays I'm open. It's important to inform your friends and family that there will be some changes in your life, that you're about to go through a growth process, or you're working on yourself, you're working on changing things, or even if you're open to it, sharing your goals so they know what you're working towards and what might change. Because imagine I'm like, okay, so one of my goals is every single Saturday I'm going to go to a meditation group. Yet I also, or every Friday, let's say Friday 5 p.m. But then I also have I also okay. So imagine one of my goals is every single Friday at 5:30 p.m. I'm going to go to a meditation class. But then every single Friday at 5 o'clock, I also go for a meal and a drink with one of my best friends. Now, if I don't tell her and I just keep flopping on her, she'll be like, oh, okay, Tanya doesn't want to hang out with me anymore, and think she could, maybe not, take it personally. But if I've communicated, then we readjust and find a better, more suitable time for us to still meet and have that, if it's an important relationship, and touch base, as well as for me to be able to go and grow. So that's really important. Consider your environment and what needs to change. Really, really consider it. Not just your lifestyle, but also your environment. If you're focusing on, just consider your environment. I can't think of an example, but consider your environment and what needs to change around you. You know, not lifestyle, but environment, because they're two different things. Environment could be the people that are around you, it could be the stuff that you stick on the walls, the paintings, whatever it is that influences that current goal of yours, whatever helps push you, whatever helps motivate and drive you. And remember, guys, if it doesn't bring you joy, if it doesn't make you happy, if you don't feel like, the day I can meditate for 45 minutes, oh my gosh, I'm going to be amazing. If you don't feel good about it, if you don't feel pumped, if you don't feel driven, then what's the point? What's the point? Seriously, honestly, what's the point? Give me a shout if you would like to run through a goal setting workshop or session, or if you'd like me to send you some content on how to set your goal. But I would say take this time, because guys, we got a lot of time in this quarantine, or is it lockdown? We're in a lockdown. Okay, I ain't even gonna sing. I don't even know what song that is. Is it Shakedown? I don't know. The point is, you've got time, guys. So why not take this time to set those goals? Set them. Give me a shout. Share them with me if you want, or ask me any questions you have. I'm more than happy to go through them. I'll show you my goals if you want. I have all my goals. I even have affirmations on my wardrobe that I look at every day. Yes, I wrote on my wardrobe. My mom hasn't seen this, so maybe she's going to be very angry when she sees this. Live your best happy